back to my channel. I am so grateful for your congratulatory messages. I really appreciate. And to those who ask me questions on the comment section, just give me a little more time. Just give me a little time. I'll get to you. I'll get back to you. Really, it's not been easy for me. On this video today, I'm a little bit indifferent about making this video. Yeah, I don't even know where to start. Well, if this is your first time on my channel, you're welcome. My name is Jenny, and in this channel I always talk about fertility and how I was able to take charge of my fertility and got pregnant at 40 years. Currently, I'm pregnant with my second baby. Yeah. Well, at 9 weeks, 5 days, I had another ultrasound done, and the doctor gave me a shocking and devastating news. Okay, in this video, I'm going to share my story and my experience on the term or the name vanishing twin syndrome. And if you've experienced this, you understand what I'm about to say. Before now, I never knew such a term or name existed. I'm doing this just to create more awareness. I mean, in case you're watching me right now and you've experienced this also, or you're experiencing it right now, just know you're not alone in this. At 9 weeks, 5 days, I had another ultrasound done, and the doctor gave me a shocking news. Now you probably may be wondering what is vanishing twin syndrome. Well, it's a situation where you get pregnant with twins. I mean, when you have an ultrasound done, maybe after a positive pregnancy test, they saw in the ultrasound 2 or more tray sacs. Yeah, and then along the line, one of them seems to disappear. Yeah, it just disappears. One of them just stops growing. Yeah, or one of the baby just stops evolving, and what happens is that it results in miscarriages. It may get reabsorbed by the placenta, or it gets reabsorbed by the mom or something, or sometimes it gets reabsorbed by the other twin or twins. Strange, right? Maybe if I hadn't gone for an early ultrasound at 5 weeks and 4 days, maybe, just maybe, I wouldn't have known that I got pregnant with twins. Yeah. And the record of this happening, I mean the vanishing twin syndrome, the record of it happening has been taken into notes at the rate of 21 to 30% of some multiple pregnancies. The cause are not really known, and this usually occurs in the first trimester. I was having this feeling that I might be pregnant with twins because pregnancy symptoms started quite early and more severe for me this time around, unlike my first baby. I literally started throwing up 1 week after I missed my period. Yeah, a week after I missed my period, I had already started throwing up and feeling so nauseous. I also was dreaming about twins. Yes. Also, when I did my first pregnancy test, the lines were very dark, unlike my first pregnancy, which the line was kind of faint. Then at 5 weeks, 4 days, when I went for ultrasound, during the ultrasound, at my 5 weeks, 4 days, My doctor asked me if I took anything to help me ovulate. Actually, I lied. I told her no, that I didn't take anything to help me ovulate. So when I asked her why she was asking me, she then asked me, do you have a history of twins in your family? I said yes, my grandmom was a twin. I asked her why. She said she's seeing two sacs, and as it is, with the state of my uterus because of my previous fibroid surgery, and also she said she was seeing a little bit of some fibroids growing, coupled with the two sacs she's seeing, that is two babies, and also with my age, she will consider this my pregnancy high risk. I wasn't listening to other things she was saying. I was like, twins, oh my god. I was so excited. She checked the heartbeat and said, she checked their heartbeats and said bon. Bon means good in French language. Well, I didn't really hear any heartbeats, but I saw something like a graph going up and down. I believe it was too early to hear the heartbeat. Yeah, because my first pregnancy, I didn't hear any heartbeat the first time around. The first time I went for ultrasound at around 5 weeks and some days also. But I heard the heartbeat during my second appointment. Yeah, that was my first pregnancy. Then back to this pregnancy, we were overjoyed on the news that we were going to be having twins. Then when I returned to my second ultrasound appointment at 9 weeks and some days, she said that she's seen the two sacs, but that one has stopped growing, probably around 7 weeks or something. Simply put, she said one of the babies, she just said this one didn't make it. Ooh la la. I was shocked and confused. I was dumbfounded. At the same time, I was scared. I mean, 1 minute I'm pregnant with twin babies, and the next minute I'm pregnant with one baby. I was so lost in thought that I didn't even remember what next the doctor said or what she was saying. I didn't even know when and how I found myself in the car, because my husband was waiting downstairs in the car for me. He asked me when I came back if everything was okay. I said yes. I didn't want to tell him immediately because he'll be leaving for work after dropping me back to the house. I didn't want anything that would spoil his day or something. I had to wait till he came back from work later in the day before telling him what the doctor said. He was devastated too, but he tried to calm me down. He tried to support me emotionally, but will I say he didn't quite do a good job. Yeah, he didn't quite do the job well. Yeah, I mean, he too is also hot, and maybe he's trying to be strong for me. He's trying to cover up, but I just wished he would have just shut up. I was like, yeah, he was like, you shouldn't be crying. Is this why you're crying? Blah blah blah. But I was like, yeah, I still have one baby thriving, but I lost a baby too. I mean, nothing can stop the grief. I mean, you have to allow me. I mean, you have to allow me mourn the loss. Yeah, though it was still tender, but a lot of thought was going through my head. I kept thinking what his or her face would have been like all those stuff. Let me say I grieved for like 3 days. After talking to some of my friends, also joining a group on Facebook about moms who had experienced and suffered the same thing. Yeah, I just told myself that I need to calm down, if not for anything, for the surviving and thriving baby. Yeah, if not for anything, for the other baby. I need to have my mental health at where it's supposed to be, at least for the thriving and evolving baby. Yeah, at the same time, I'm not going to lie, it hurts. I pray the surviving baby, the thriving baby, he or she stays. I pray he or she sticks. And it's still so hard for me when I remember it. Yeah, it hurts, but I'm happy that my other twin is thriving. So usually, as I said earlier, in vanishing twin syndrome situations, either your body absorbs it or the other baby absorbs the tissue. You may experience light bleeding from what I found out from the group I joined on Facebook. Some do experience bleeding, and come to think of it, I remember, and come to think of it, there was a time my cousin who was pregnant years back, she was pregnant with twins. One day she experienced severe bleeding, and when she was rushed to the hospital, we were even surprised the baby was still okay. The doctor said she was pregnant with twins. The doctor said as at that time that she was pregnant with twins, but she had miscarried one of them. She should be around 3 or 4 months pregnant then. Yeah, but in my own case, I haven't seen or experienced any bleeding. Yeah, I'm in my 11th week presently now. I haven't seen any blood, so maybe my body will reabsorb it or something. I just don't know. So dearies, if you're going through the same thing, like I said earlier, if you're going through the same situation, just be strong for the remaining thriving baby. Just know that you are not alone. You need your mental health to be okay for your surviving thriving baby. So I decided to take things easy. Yeah, so that's my experience on vanishing twin syndrome. I'm praying and believing and leaving everything in the hands of God. Yeah, so that's it for today's video. Please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification button so you'll be notified when next I upload a video. Like I said, I promised earlier that I'll be uploading some videos on my pregnancy journey. Bye.